Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Oh, it is Coward Hour. We are here
We're
at
back.
the Hard Times Studios.
Officially. Is this? Oh, that's right. This is the first one.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yes, dude.
We're here at the Hard Times Studios. They fucking knock down CBGBs, build a fucking sick-ass podcast studio. And this is the real underground punk art now.
Yeah, dude.
Just you and me saying, ooh, some ill-advised things.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to be taken away from us.
Yeah.
How quickly will they realize what they've done?
How quickly, yeah. It is sick. Man, we have been legitimized.
I keep having that. I keep having nightmares where I'm canceled, and they won't even tell me what for. It's like a future crime. It's like a Minority Report thing.
Are these real dreams or just like dangerous?
Last night I kept having this dream that I know we're not supposed to talk about our dreams, but it was so vivid, and
we do it a lot.
We do it a lot.
Listening through all the old episodes, I was like there were multiple times where one of us brought up a dream, and then the other one was like, "What are you, gay? Telling me your dream?
It's not.
What? I'm supposed to go inside your mind."
The dream itself is not. It's not that I had the dream. It's that I had the dream immediately again right after waking up, and it was very ominous. Like a straight repeat of the dream.
Oh, damn.
I had this dream that I was at home. I was in front of my childhood house that I grew up in, and there was like a plane. There was like a plane flying through the sky.
You're Donnie Darko.
I'm Donnie Darko. But yeah, but the plane looked like comically fat. Like the plane was struggling to stay in the air.
It's like the airplane plane on the cover.
A little bit, yeah.
It's just like a fucked up bulbous plane.
And then the plane went down. It crashed. There was a huge explosion. I was like, oh, fuck. And I started to film it with my phone. And then debris from the plane came flying out from the trees and decapitated me. And I like jolted awake in the middle. And my roommates are gone right now, so I'm sleeping in their bed. Because it's a lot nicer than my bed. I know.
Do they know?
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
They're like, use the bed.
This would be a funny way to get caught. Just like, hey, Nick, I was listening to your podcast, and do you sleep in my bed?
It's so funny because yesterday they came to pick their house sitting right now, and Colin came to pick something up from the house, and so their bed is in the front room of the house, and so he knocked on the door, but like didn't wait at all. So he just barged in on me, like just wrapped up in his blankets, looking so comfortable. I was just like looking up at him, like, "Hey, buddy,"
Looking up at him like some sort of society lady covered in furs.
Dude, it was full like. It was a full Pretty Woman situation. I was a whore who had come in off the street, and I had draped myself in his finest fur coat.
I've always said that if you were a whore, you'd be very high class.
I think that I would be.
This comes up a lot.
I mean, yes, it certainly does. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway, that weird dream that I had, I like woke up in a cold sweat. It was like 3 a.m. I was freaking out, and then I gradually drifted back to sleep, and it got right back into the same dream. So
Just
I don't know what that
from
means.
from the same point, or did it just like keep going? Like the dream picked back up, and then you're just like on the ground, no head. Like this sucks.
No. It was hilariously. It was like I started having the dream again, and in my head I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was literally like this again, and then it happened again. And then when I woke up, it was like 7 a.m.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting. My dreams, it's just all screams.
Is it nonstop?
Just black screen, screaming.
That sucks. I'm really sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Well, what can you do?
I do imagine you as somebody who does not dream.
I very rarely dream. I've said this before. I only have nightmares, exclusively nightmares.
Fuck, man. I was like that for a long time. And then, like, you have a nice dream, and you're just like, oh, yeah, I wonder what causes that. I mean, probably having a bad life.
Yeah, it's probably life being bad. So then your dreams are like, well, you write what you know.
If I had to guess the genesis of bad dreams, it's going to sleep with bad thoughts. Almost certainly that's what's causing it.
I bet it's living unhappily all day, and then going to bed with bad thoughts and a belly full of bad food.
Yeah, you're having like a meatball sub at 11:30 at night.
Yeah. It's just like, well, time for my nighttime sub.
Yeah.
Because you have your breakfast sub.
Right. You have to.
You have
Some
your
egg on it.
mid-morning sub. You skip lunch, trying to be trim. You have your early afternoon snack sub.
I love that
Then
you
you have the dinner sub.
Right.
And
And
then the midnight sub, the witching sub.
No, yeah. Well, no, I was gonna say, yeah. You have the midnight sub, which you then get the meatball dreams, and you wake up at the witching hour, and that's when you soothe yourself with the witching sub.
I feel like I kind of look like I'm beginning to anamorph into a meatball.
You absolutely do. That's so funny. That sucks to get stuck mid animorph.
Yeah, that's a rough break.
It's so rough, dude. Also, technically an animal, many dead animals.
Yeah, I'm a mound of dead boys.
That sucks. Nah, you're gonna get it back. I
Yeah.
have full faith in you. Your dad roasted you.
Yeah, I
brutally.
got roasted pretty hard. I guess I can talk about that because if I get it, this will go out after it.
They're never gonna know. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I signed up for Central Casting before I got my job, and then today I get a text saying, let me just read it because it
Oh,
hurt.
please pull it up.
It hurt my feelings pretty bad. It said, Brendan, this is whoever from Central Casting. Are you available to work on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia these times? Role, young Frank, looking for a young Danny DeVito type.
It's a very bad type to be.
It's a rough type. Because, I would never insult Danny DeVito
Not at
or
all.
anything. But he's like a rich, famous man. So he
Right.
gets to look like that.
Yeah, he does.
I'm a poor idiot.
Right.
I'm a fucking loser.
So that on top, that's you can't be looking like that as a poor idiot.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta have taxi money.
So they're like, hey, the famously odd-looking man?
I mean,
You look like him, but still with potential to turn it around, but you won't.
I don't know about potential to turn it around.
I'm
Because
just
how
gonna
is
get
Danny
fatter.
DeVito going to famously turn around being short?
No, well, he can't do that.
Right.
But, I'm saying that I could.
Yeah, you're not going to lose your hair.
I mean, I'm losing a little.
Are you losing your hair?
Just a tad,
Stop doing that.
I know. I got to really concentrate hard on holding in my hairs.
Right.
When I shower, I got to have my full concentration on my scalp, just tensing and relaxing the
Nice.
muscles in sequence.
Holy shit.
That's how you keep them in
You
there.
have to do Kegels with your follicles, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks.
The only way that this could be like a bigger roast is like if they book me for it and I go and they're like, yeah, the scene is Frank is young and everyone sees his bad penis.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, what's this pay? $70? Okay.
I hope it pays more than that.
I would hope so too.
Yeah. I mean, the TV credit would be cool.
It would. And
It would be
it would
hilarious.
also it would also be it's also going to be funny to just put that text screen cap on Tinder like in my photos. Just to really let them know like what they're in for. I am castable as Danny DeVito.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I see it. If you ever looked at like young Danny DeVito, like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I see it, man.
Well, I'm going to quick Google some pics and
Yeah.
discuss this.
Pull up. I mean, like, yeah, it could definitely. I think that this could be lucrative for you. Because maybe
you very good.
what if you become the go-to guy for young Danny DeVito? You know?
I mean, Danny DeVito is a very successful actor, but it's not like he's going to get us. Who are his beloved characters that they're going to solo him?
He's a beloved character,
That's
and he
true.
will get a biopic.
Oh, fuck. Damn. All right, yeah, this is pretty
You
spot on.
gotta keep this in the pocket, dude.
Look at that.
It's
Look at that young wop.
it's crazy.
Look,
you,
he's doing Kubrick face.
you really do look like him.
Damn. Hell yeah. Well, this is my lot.
Again, just like everything else, you're pushing all your chips in, dude.
All my chips in. All my
that's-
fucking chips in.
That's fucking awesome, man. I hope that you get it.
I hope so too.
Your dad's text to you was killing me.
Oh
It was
yeah,
so
so
funny.
I sent my dad the picture of the casting call thing, and he went like, "You have to get this. That way, all that fat wouldn't be for nothing." Just fucking I'm in my car reading it at a red light, like fuck.
I have to hang out with your dad.
My dad's pretty funny.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's he really knows how to hurt my feelings.
I just want to bounce you. I just want to your dad on one side, you on the other side. We just bounce back and forth like insults, like it's a game of Pong. We're just like hitting you between us.
Damn. I got my dad, and then you become like my friend dad.
Yeah. No, I mean I become your dad's friend. I literally
You and my
just-
dad hang.
I just move
I
from you to
get
your dad.
replaced on the cast. I'm third mic. I'm like
Not even
behind.
that. We make you the producer.
Yeah, I'm behind the board, and I like get a mic, but I'm not always allowed to talk. You have a button, or you have a little light that you turn on, and I know that I'm allowed to speak.
Yeah, you
And
get
it's-
3 words.
Ordinarily, it's off
Yeah.
for the most part.
I would love to fucking become boys with your dad, dude.
He's a good boy.
That could go south though. Mm-hmm. I would hate to.
My
overstep
dad
your
does weird, mysterious international business. I feel like you could get into that.
I mean, I'm already in. I love that. My grandfather was doing weird, mysterious internet. Your father and my grandfather are actually probably birds of a feather.
Probably. Or, dude, our grandpas, that would have been sick.
Is your granddad's dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Very sad.
Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah,
Have you ever seen that business card up there?
No, but you've told me about his dealings.
Yeah, yeah. So that business card, it's a Roger Crick business card. And the profession has listed as it says Roger Crick, hustler.
The list of descriptions is insane.
Read me some.
All the things
I'm
that
too
he's
far
done.
away. Read me some of those services offered.
All right, hang on. Let me bring this over here. So it says services offered, wars fought, revolutions started, assassinations plotted, governments run, uprisings quelled. Oh, God. Virgins converted, orgies organized, tigers tamed, bars emptied, Mexican gold.
Yeah.
So we have verbs and then just Mexican, the gold of the Incans.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what that means, but I do know that he was handing these out to people in the 60s.
He says he also preaches. He says he also does preaching and lead singing for revival meetings. Mm-hmm. So your granddad was like just a consummate snake oil salesman, literally doing like church revival tents, lying to people, he was probably collecting communion and leaving town the next day with no church built.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say? I don't actually understand what that is. Like, I don't know if that's like a bit he did, but when he died, my grandma just gave me like 1,000 of those cards.
I mean, the best way to throw people off your scent is to lean into the bit.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're gonna,
I guess
mean,
if I was running an illegal bingo, well, that shouldn't be on mic. I guess if I was running some sort of,
we've already talked about that on the podcast.
yeah, I guess we have.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, oh, I own gold. Hey, Roger, what do you do for a living? Gold.
Nothing stays off the books like gold. Let me tell you.
That's true. My grandpa was on some fucking Alex Jones shit.
How the fuck are you gonna tax my gold? Are you gonna come chip pieces off of it yourself? Stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah, that's what you got to do so that the government can't tax you. You have to have your entire net worth in one
gold.
giant cube of gold.
Just like just like Nick, you owe us $1,300 in taxes. I'm like, all right, you come figure it out because I have one lump of gold.
No, you do it like the joke with like guns, where like when the government comes to take our guns, everyone's like, "Oh, sorry, I had that gun, but wouldn't you know it, I lost it in a boating accident." You do that, but it's literally you throwing gold into the sea.
And it will stay there because it's basically rocks.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll go get it at some point.
Can I tell you that I love the sturdiness of gold? Money? No, I'm not kidding. Let me tell you. Money has so many natural enemies. Scissors, the wind. Gold stays where you put it.
That's true. I've never lost gold.
Yeah, never. I mean, I've never had gold, but
But you've
can't-
never lost gold.
frankly, it's true.
Man, we got to get some fucking gold.
Dude, it's crazy. It is because like you think about gold like in such like any amount of gold. When you're a child, you just think like, wow, if I had any gold at all, it's like I'm rich. But then like you look at like did you watch Buster Scruggs? Did you see the guy who was like panning for gold? It was Tom Waits, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can see like little bits of, like you see any amount of gold, you're like wow, and then like those little bits of gold, that was still only worth like $13 or something. You know what I mean? Like you still need a lot of gold.
You need a lot of gold. That if you're gonna take anything from this podcast, You got to have gold.
You need gold, and you need to start stockpiling weapons.
Stockpiling weapons,
Gold and
ammo,
weapons.
iodine tablets.
Honestly, actually, 2 birds, 1 stone. Just plate all your weapons in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, gold bullets, but only for the special targets.
Yeah.
You don't want all your bullets to be gold, but you see a particularly beefy raider,
Yeah.
one you want to send a message to.
Well, it's almost like, here's what it almost is. I mean, you defend if you have mutual respect for your opponent, you shoot him with gold bullets and say, "Now look, I'm not going to finish you off, but if you can dig those gold bullets out of your arm, you might be able to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get back on your feet."
Yeah.
That's at least
It's how you give
$25.
It's how you give to charity.
Yeah.
A pauper comes to your door, and he says,
He puts his hands out, you just shoot him in the palms.
"Yeah, you shoot him in the palms," and he says, "Thank you so much."
Yeah, nothing in life's free. This is a pretty sick. I think that we're developing a pretty sick. This is a brand new kind of economy. Mm-hmm. we call it dark capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would prefer that, because working 40 hours a week,
Yeah.
it's got to be taking a lot off of my life and harming my body and my spirit.
Oh, for sure.
I would much rather just convert that to whatever the equivalent in physical pain is.
Right. Yeah. Just get would you rather? You're exactly right. Would you rather have a job or just get shot in the foot once a week?
Once a week is a lot, but they shoot me in the foot, and then however long it takes for it to heal, then I come back and I get another.
All right. It's not once a week. It's when do you get a paycheck? Bi-weekly?
Yeah, bi-weekly.
Okay. Every 2 weeks, you just get shot in the foot, and that's your paycheck.
Every 2 weeks, something happens. to me.
Something happens.
It's unclear on what, but
Yeah,
it involves gold entering my body.
big hammer.
Yeah, they just they just smash my dick with a gold brick.
With a golden rail spike.
Yeah, they just smash my dick between 2 gold bars, like when you were in school and you clap the erasers. They're just doing that around my fucking dick and balls, and I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a good check.
Yeah, dude. And it still feels better than paperwork. I guarantee it.
It still feels better than the fucking.
Than the grind.
old
We're on the fucking
grind.
Hard Times Network. Have I stressed that? Fuck having a job. What are you, gay?
I'm quitting tomorrow. I'm not.
You can't be doing. You must not be quitting tomorrow.
That would be.
really can't advise.
That would be funny if I quit and then just 2 weeks later I email Matt and I'm like, hey, we have to drop from the network because I'm dead. I've starved to death. I died.
By the time you read this, I will be dead. I'm
that's
emailing you. I'm emailing you from the desert right now, crawling.
Yeah. I paid a man passing on a horse my shirt for him to take this message to you.
Oh,
It was all I had. I had already traded my pants.
it's hilarious that you just summit within a week of just no income. You find yourself in the desert. You just start wandering out.
I've long felt that sense that at some point I'm going to be summoned to the desert.
Yeah, I get that. I have a lot of there are a lot of I get a lot of images in my head of me either wandering into the sunset or the sea. I know that at some point it'll be my duty.
I mean, you head into that desert, eventually you're going to hit the sea.
Folks, it's true.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You know how
man.
I know my brain is starting to go?
I mean, how do you know? Because
Okay.
we all have our own theories.
Because I am I'm listening to the audiobook of The Road right now while I drive around. And is that enough?
Audiobook is the book is hard to read. The audiobook is at least sort of
Yeah, well, I
that's
mean,
good. That's better for your mental health, I think. than the
I'm
book.
too dumb to read, so I.
Well, there's no punctuation in the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's none at all.
I guess that makes sense because this guy sounds like he's fucking confused. The guy reading it.
That's awesome. I have to hear this. It's really hard. There's no quotations, no commas, no nothing. It's crazy. I think there's periods.
I guess that makes sense.
You never know when someone's talking and when it's just.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cormac, anyway,
Yeah. No, he's funny.
he's
He's doing a goof.
He's getting a lot of ideas in his old age. But go on, you're
But
listening.
yeah,
to the road.
so I'm listening to that, and as I'm driving around, I'm just like, I could do this.
You think you could do that?
It kind of sounds fun.
Protect your son. The son is what makes it freaky for me.
No, I wouldn't have the son. It would just be me. And I know, I mean, I'm not that far into it, but it appears the entire point of the book is like life's not worth living if you don't have someone to live for. But I don't think I need that. I think it could just be me.
It is. It's kind of is that. It's a little bit more overt in what it's about as you get to the end. But yeah, you'll see.
But yeah, you know, it's fun. It's like a video game. You know, it's like, ooh, here's the empty house. I wonder what I can find here.
Right. It's just like
it's just baking powder.
It is just like Fortnite. I can't wait for our apocalypse to be just like Fortnite. Everything's purple.
It's gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Drake's there.
Drake's there. Marshmallows there's a live concert in the desert. That'll be fucking
I can't
sick.
wait to die by pickaxe. Someone pickaxe my head and then just jewels fall out. I don't play much Fortnite. I don't know exactly how it works.
Yeah, when you die in Fortnite, everything you've ever owned, every granola bar, every assault rifle just goes flying out of your body.
Not my MREs.
All your MREs, dude.
No.
they're gonna shoot out of your pockets like fucking jet propulsion.
Fuck. I do. That's another role that I'm born for is Mario. And, you know, I think that if I ever get an audition for Mario, I'm going to prove it by getting my ass kicked and a bunch of coins fly out.
You're Mario before the mushroom.
Yeah.
You would be in the movie for like 10 minutes probably, just in the very beginning.
I feel like you and I could be Mario and Luigi.
Somebody tweeted. You didn't see that somebody tweeted the art for Super Mario Maker 2. It's Mario and Luigi, and they just said Coward Hour. Like Coward Hour Season 2.
No, I didn't see that.
It looks just like us.
Damn, we are really getting lit up today.
I fucking stand. Dude, I main Luigi. I didn't say that you main, but I fucking main Luigi, dude.
I bet you could do his little like jump and then you like kind of like
The flutter kick?
The flutter.
Do you think that I wasn't practicing that when I was fucking 12 years old? When they introduced it in Super Mario Advance 2?
Me, I could do the triple jump where at the end you go, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good for me.
Yeah.
Just think how much fucking pussy I'd get as Mario, you know?
I'm pretty sure Mario famously gets no pussy.
Yeah, he's continually cucked by a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Mario is like a very incel piece of media.
Dude, they're it's the most incel duo. Mario is white knighting constantly, gets no pussy, and Luigi is constantly a scared. He's just afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Like there are so many games where like the premise of the game is like, all right, Luigi, you have to save your brother's life, and he's like, no. It's Luigi's Mansion. It's all. I mean, I don't want to go deep into the fucking Marioverse, but I know these
Fucking
characters.
rules. I bet Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be like the haunted hospital jail. It's just you.
It kind of. I mean, it's a haunted hotel. Brendan, I'm so excited for Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't know how to turn this into a bit. I don't want to go down a fucking Nintendo thing. I would love if they set Luigi's Mansion in hospital jail. You know, they don't let you wander the halls of hospital jail at night, which I found out the second week that I was there.
By doing it?
Yeah, because I just like woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I was like, I'll go for a walk. And like, I can't believe I haven't told you guys about this. Yeah, and all the Asian nurses swarmed on me like a SWAT team. And
Oh,
they were like,
let's quick in like 1 or 2 sentences explain what hospital jail is for new listeners.
oh yeah. So listen, life isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Sometimes between work, you've got to sign up for medical studies and let doctors put medicine that they're not sure about inside of you, and see if anything happens.
You know, they have an inkling that it's going to work, but
Look,
they have somewhat of a notion of what it's going to do to Nick, which
honestly-
is more than you could really.
Literally, most of it was
Demand.
like, look, these are drugs from India, and we need people in the first world to take them because
We need to see if it works on white
right,
people.
third world data is not always the most reliable, and the standards are very different, basically for what they'll
Is this a
allow.
real speech they gave you?
No, but I'm paraphrasing for what they'll allow medicine to do to people without being like, yeah, it's fine enough. But yeah, so
Yeah, where'd they test this medicine originally? They're like, all right, does anyone here smoke under 5 packs a day? And no one raises their hands. They're like, fuck. All right, just come in.
it is
Now, raise your hand if you've seen The Sun in the past week.
It is wild to realize that, like, 3 months before I was taking this medicine, a rat was doing the exact same thing. But yeah, so I would. So
You're as close to rats as people can be.
dude, I have always said that I'm a rat boy.
That's true.
In pictures of me,
I'm a small dog. Yeah, you do have a rat type
I have
frame.
big rat energy, dude. Mm-hmm. When I smile,
Let's see that smile.
I don't even like to smile. But no, I mean, so yes, if I had the hospital, jail, it's a gamble, but so is being alive. So that's the philosophy that I approach everything with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I should mention this at the end. You stay there for like 2 weeks or whatever. Let them put stuff in you. Suck it up, and then you get like $10,000 for nothing at all. Like it's amazing.
And all it costs you is the last 20 years of your life.
I don't have those anyway. Wasn't gonna get there. I've done
You were kind of self-administering hospital jail
For
for
a
like
long
the last
time.
5 years of your teens.
Yeah. I mean, I say this. I used to just ingest substances that I had no idea what they were without question. Right? And at least doctors have taken somewhat of a look.
Yeah,
at
like,
these.
like it used to be. You're like, what is that? A chance of death? Well, we'll give it right here.
Yeah, man. I've been reading. This is a little dark, but I've been trying to figure out like what, because I definitely feel like I used to be smarter. I feel like I got a little mentally dull. So I've been reading about the effects of like MDMA use, like what the amount of the dosages that you're supposed to take, and I was realizing that I misunderstood dosages for MDMA when I was taking it. I thought that 0.5 was like 50 milligrams. That's how I buy it. When it is in fact 500 milligrams because it's 0.5 of a gram. So I was doing what I thought were low doses of MDMA when I was 19, and it turns out they say that like after 300 milligrams, which was such a small amount to me, they're like that's when you start to there starts to be permanent brain damage after you ingest 300 milligrams at a time. And I was like, bro, I did that so much.
Don't do it again.
I'm not doing it. I mean, yeah, I'm not doing it again. If I ever do it again, I'll do the proper amount. But I just didn't. This is why I should have fucking paid attention in school because
yeah,
I
so you
didn't
could do
understand.
drugs better.
I did not understand what the measurements were. and as I'm reading like the effects of high MDMA, like high doses of MDMA, like the effects of long-term abuse, I'm like, yep, oh yeah, that checks out.
Like what? Like what other things?
Just like general. I mean, like I do think the one thing that it did that was actually kind of beneficial is I used to be like a very, very emotional person, like high highs and low lows, and I'll use the phrase.
You're a bit in the middle.
I'm very evened out now.
Uh-huh.
Also, I just have a tough time. I used to be able to like pull. It's happening right now. I used to be mentally quicker. I used to be able to I used to be able to articulate myself better. And I have difficulty with that now. So, whatever.
Well, you've chosen the right path.
I'm like Keanu. Have you ever seen a Scanner Dark? I'm like Keanu Reeves at a Scanner Darkly, just like picking blue flowers, just like a gift for my friends.
Damn, that sucks.
I'll be
I
fine.
think I feel like I've done a similar thing, but just with like repeated alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you seem pretty on the, I mean, let's not go crazy. In terms of cognition, you seem pretty on the ball.
Yeah, with the brain power, I'm like a super efficient computer that gets the answer wrong every time. But it's quick, It's crunching those numbers, boom, shoots right out of the machine.
I say this all the time. High intelligence, bad information.
I have such low information.
Yeah, dude, it would be like if you fed AI like just InfoWars.
It'd be like that Twitter meme where it's like, we force this computer to read this many scripts of whatever.
And write an episode of Frasier, yeah.
Yeah. Except it's just we made this man listen to. Fuck yeah, I used to be quicker. I'm sorry, I thought I had a
it's
riff.
fine, dude. We made this man listen to binaural audio of every episode of the Glenn Beck Show played concurrently.
Yeah, we made this man listen to like a SoundCloud experiment every episode of InfoWars at the same time.
Yeah.
And then they added like flange and reverb.
And then
It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, they put you in like a hypnodome like for like 4 hours, and then we sent them directly to a voting booth, and the results may surprise you.
Fuck. Yeah. Sometimes I'm quick, but like I think part of it's ADD too is like mid-riff I'll just like notice something behind who I'm speaking to.
Yeah. I will say I do think that prolonged drug use destroyed my ADD. Because
Oh,
now
that's good.
I used to be all over the place, and now like if I get locked in, I can just kind of like watch something. My brain can just like settle in to just like you know what I mean? Just kind of like drooling watching a movie, which is very nice. I mean, being dumb is pleasant.
Yeah, I gotta get dumber. I mean, I am a dumb man for sure.
Yeah, but you can always get dumber.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the only
It's
thing.
true. Yeah, I wish I hadn't blacked out hundreds of times.
Was it hundreds of times?
It had to be hundreds of times.
I've only blacked out like twice, I think.
I mean, blackout twice a week for like 3-4 years.
Fuck, dude. That's
not-
more than hundreds of times. Because twice a week for 1 year would be 104 times. So you. Oh no. So it is like so. Yeah. So it's like
200-300 times.
200-300 times.
Yeah. You know, you're not supposed to black out ever.
Right.
it's very bad for it to happen once.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you don't do it, were you even really drinking? I mean, what's the point?
This is my relationship with all. You know, I can never just do a little of something. I'm like, well, I'm not getting the full experience, and people are just like, wow.
Man, today I was just kind of thinking about beer, you know? And I was like, what if I start drinking non-alcoholic beer again?
No, that's not a.
It would be a bad choice.
Like when I think about non-alcoholic beer, O'Doul's is definitely like, that's definitely kind of an insidious thing, right? Where they're like, come on, you miss it,
There's not zero alcohol in there.
right? Have you seen? There's a new.
I did drink non-alcoholic beer for a while.
and
though,
there's
after
and
I
there's
quit.
some alcohol in it.
It's like 0.05% or something. It's like real low.
How the fuck can they get away with that?
I mean, you can't like burn it all out.
I guess that's true. Isn't there a new? I think it's Heineken. Heineken has a weird ad campaign. I'm sorry, hang on.
There's non-alcoholic liquor now, which is crazy.
Right, but they're I think it's Heineken. So I was just at a birthday party and someone was telling me about this. So maybe their information was wrong. But they said that Heineken has like a new non-alcoholic beverage now, and they're like, and the commercials are literally like the beer you can drink before you work out. And I'm just like, that. What kind of desire? Like, why is that a desire that we want? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Dude, I would have loved that shit.
It, like somebody brought that up in a board meeting. Like if you're in a board meeting and you're just like, what if I have an idea? Sometimes I'll be going to the gym and I'll wish that I had a beer before I hit the weights. It's like you should fire that guy. But instead they're like brilliant. That's got to be a huge market that we can sell to.
Yeah, the camera pans over and it's a clearly drunk man.
It's a dude. His tie is sideways. His suit's all disheveled.
He just hands shaking. It's first thing in the morning.
Yeah. What about a beer that you could have before your daughter's dance recital? They just start marketing to doctors.
Yeah.
Just like,
How about you steady the old hands before surgery?
yeah. What about a nice, and it's non-alcoholic, but just crush a few buds before you go into that open heart, dude.
It is crazy to like realize that until like 1980, everyone was drunk all the time.
Oh, dude, you could drink and drive. Everything was up for grabs.
Yeah, like I was talking about audiobooks because I'm trying to like read books without reading
having to
books.
read?
Without having to
Yeah,
read.
yeah,
Yeah. So I listened to A Farewell to Arms, and he has like a bottle of wine with. Why is this crazy?
I just want to. What influenced the decision for the books that you're picking? Because are you going through like the greatest hits of books?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm figuring like, well, if I'm not even fucking reading, it may as well be like something like
That's
enriching.
actually you're right. You're right.
Yeah, because you go to the library and you look through the audiobooks and it's like the audiobook of the novelization of the Star Trek movie. And you're like, well, at that point, watch TV.
Yeah, it's not good for your brain. No, you're right. And also, there is something. You're right. I don't know why I laughed. There's something to educating yourself on like those the culturally big pieces of literature and stuff. Because then there's you're gonna tap into like universal references and things.
Yeah. Plus, I want to be familiar with like how like art school girls on Tinder will be like, do not swipe me right if your favorite authors are these men or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, well, they must be pretty good if everyone's mad at them. So I was listening to Hemingway because Hemingway has this reputation for being really problematic.
He's the Tarantino of classic authors, dude.
Is that what they
How
say?
dare you? No, I mean, basically.
The only thing in the whole book, I mean, it seemed fine, but the only thing in the whole book that was very close to the beginning, so I was like, damn, this is gonna be wild. So he's like, he like tries to kiss a woman, and she like stops him, and he goes like, I saw the plays ahead like a chess master foreseeing 6 moves down the. And he like manipulates this
Whoa.
woman into like apologizing for not kissing him, and then kissing. I'm just like, damn, Hemingway's getting me too.
You are not supposed to play 4-dimensional chess with the pussy.
No.
You really should not be.
Yeah. I do. Well, that's not true. I do that. I see 10 moves ahead, but it's
Right.
move 2 is them being like no. So then I'm like, oh well, I quit the game.
Yeah, you see 10 moves
I'm gonna
ahead.
go play fucking checkers, which is jacking off.
I see 10 moves ahead, but it's just her checkmating me, making me leave. It's just her taking my queen. Just like, all right, well, I have no power anymore, so I guess I'll.
Yeah, my dick is the pawn.
Yeah, my dick is the.
It can only fuck sideways. I've missed the pussy completely.
My dick is the knight because it's at a weird angle. Fuck,
You could have given yourself that it was big like a horse, but you're just like, it's all fucked up.
no,
It
it's
sucks.
fucked. It's like an L.
Yeah, man. I wish that my dick was like a better Tetris piece than the fucking mine is this. It's the 2 next to the 2 where it's like
Oh, I thought that yours was just like the 4 that's
The
a square. You just have a little.
I just only have balls.
When it goes into her pussy, it just connects with another Tetris piece and disappears.
Yeah,
It just
I'm like,
shatters
"Ah."
and explodes.
Yeah, it touches the last guy's dick that's still in there.
Yeah. Wow, we have no understanding of how sex works at all.
None at all. It's been so long.
Yikes.
It hasn't been that long, but you know,
I'm sure that you miss it.
I do miss it. I'm going through one of those rare times where I have a normal libido. I haven't even been taking the ginkgo biloba to combat the Zoloft,
Wow. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
which probably means that my body has
Acclimated to the Zoloft?
yeah, probably means that my body has identified the Zoloft as a foreign body to be destroyed.
Brendan. Bad news all around.
I got fucking Osmosis Jones in me trying to get rid of this Zoloft.
Can I tell you that it's very exciting to be here for the beginning of your descent? I really feel like I'm taking part. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, you're like, oh, night. Like, you know, when you're like, when you really feel like you're witnessing something. And you're just like, sick, cool, something special is going to happen.
Yeah, like someday you're going to be in a documentary being like, and we knew
We knew.
something special was going to happen to Brendan.
It's just
But
like,
it's not a documentary about show business. It's a documentary about like a war.
a war that you started.
Yeah, I'm going to have like some sort of like Franz Ferdinand style, like one man catalyst involvement in a war.
I'm thinking more like Don Quixote, dude. Where you're just trying to fight people who aren't even there.
I'm not familiar with Don Quixote.
Oh, yeah, he's.
I'm going to have to throw that on the list of the
you
old
better be
audiobooks.
throwing Don Quixote. You are gonna love Don Quixote. He's a senile knight, and thinks he's trying to kill dragons, but he keeps what the fuck do you call it? Jousting windmills. He keeps
I'm on
trying
board.
to kill windmills. Which in
So,
many ways,
so he's a powerful man who's completely lost touch with reality.
I mean, he's completely lost touch with reality. He's powerful in his own mind. I
This
do
is
feel like
sick.
jousting windmills. I think you'll identify deeply with as in terms of like your relationship with comedy,
In
where it's just like, oh, we're not even playing the same game.
yeah. The audience is just like, this was not the fight that we anticipated. You just reminded me of something with Don Quixote. I remember in Lancaster, I forget how I used to get. You know how I just get like tricked into things? I just go places that I shouldn't, and I enter people's homes.
Do I?
Yeah. So somehow through like a friend of a friend or whatever, I got recommended for some sort of like Lancaster Socialist Society or whatever.
Great.
So I just go to this house. It's just him and his wife. I think I later found out they were swingers, so I don't know what this was.
How did I fucking know? I mean, a smart branding job. Like if you and your wife want to be poly, you're just like, yeah, we're socialists.
We're we're comrades.
Yeah.
So I go into their apartment, and they're just talking to me about socialism, and it's just I'm sitting in a chair.
The first thing we need to redistribute is this
Yeah.
pussy.
He's sitting in a chair across from me. She's like on his lap, and on his arm he has like the Don Quixote illustration tattooed, and also immediately behind him is a poster of the same illustration.
I have a friend who has the Don Quixote illustration on that same arm.
That's got to be where people do it.
It must be.
But yeah, I'm looking at his arm. I'm looking at the exact same graphic behind him, and she's just like petting his leg, and I'm like, "What the fuck is gonna happen?"
Dude, that would be like that would really freak me out. I'd be like, "Is this a dream?" That's like when you notice something in a dream.
I thought there was gonna be more people there. I thought it was like, yeah, we're starting the Lancaster like Socialist Society or whatever. And
Brandon, no.
yeah, man, I was almost a DSA guy. Just
No, you were not almost.
No, I was almost assaulted.
The DSA is the DSA. If you're starting your own socialist society, separate, it's like it exists, right? So if you're starting a tangent socialist society that's just you and your wife, you were never going to be. In
It's
the
just
DSA.
you, your wife, and me. That's a weak crew.
Hardly a
You
society.
can't even shut down a highway with that shit. I'm gonna get pulverized.
It's quite literally the opposite of a society. It's like a compound. It's like the beginning of a cult.
Hell yeah! I gotta start going in people's houses again. You
Brendan,
get a lot of good stories.
I've found myself in so many people's houses, and not 85 to 90% of it has been positive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you cannot win them all.
That is very true.
It's so true.
You start going into everybody's house, eventually, hoo boy, you're gonna find yourself in a bit of a pickle.
More than one. But look, one day I'll get into that on this podcast. But I just told the story to somebody because I guess I've like alluded to it. And again, this is bad radio to do this right now. But I just told it to somebody on the phone last night, and they were just like, "God damn, when are you guys gonna run out of stories?" I was like, I mean, never.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like,
I keep making bad decisions.
yeah, we keep making bad decisions, and then also every couple episodes you'll say something that just reminds me of something I had completely forgot happened for years.
Oh yeah, it's almost like mutual therapy. We're like pulling trauma out of each other.
That's exactly what
It's fully what it is, dude. I have blocked out so much, and I'm excited to rediscover all of it.
I can't wait to find out what I did or what someone did to me.
I love that your life is just, it's memento. This podcast
I'm basically
is
that
memento.
you know that Benjamin Kyle guy, the guy they just found knocked out in like a Burger King,
No.
and he didn't remember who he was, and he didn't have any ID, and nobody ever claimed to know him.
No, what?
Yeah, it's this dude in like Florida. They just found a dude who had been like beaten almost to death in like the drive up of a Burger King. Like the employees found him in the morning,
Shit.
and they named him Benjamin Kyle because like BK, you know, they were doing a goof.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
That's very fucked up.
he just had to start a new life. She's like, well, I guess I'm a different guy now
With a goof name.
with a goof name.
That's fucking terrible.
Man, and he was not even on the news and everything, and nobody ever said they knew him.
Just like job interviews for that guy have to suck. Where he's just like, "Hi, my name is Benjamin Kyle. I'm 34. I was born last year at Burger King." It's like, well, did you go to college? I have no idea.
Hello, my name is I'm the Burger King, and I fell out of a David Lynch hole.
It's like, Benjamin, look, we can't even give you a job at this Burger King.
You didn't go to high school.
Nobody knows
We had to
I went high
reteach you English. Man, I can't wait to just wash up on a beach in a suit. Just weird runes and gems in my pockets. Maybe like a handgun, like a gun with one bullet.
Yeah, dude. Just wake up not knowing yourself. The police have to explain to you what's going on. You're like, but will I still get to have a wife? The only thing you remember is
Is that I
that you
desire
want
a
a
wife.
wife.
Yeah.
Did I ever have a wife?
That's my prime directive. If I'm some sort of android, definitely that was like my main motivator.
Oh, you're fully like a sleeper cell for having a wife. You just activate every time a bae is near.
Oh, when I see a bae, I activate.
I have seen you do it, dude. I've seen you scan the room, take the data in, and then go, the wives are here.
I do say that out loud.
You said it out loud on Melrose Avenue. You're like, a lot of wives out today.
There's a lot of wives on Melrose.
Oh man.
I was I was wifing out last night. Embarrassed myself a tad bit at the show.
What happened?
No, just like me and the boys in a group chat. One of them was like, "Oh, I'm bringing my friend," and all of us jokingly are like pics or whatever, and he posts pics, and then I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pursue her." like everyone was doing a bit, but I'm like, "Nah." So then at the show, I'm like, she was talking to Julian. I just went up to Julian and like fake thanked him for the show, so that I would then have an excuse to be like, "How did you like it?"
Oh, it's a rough move. I mean, it can go either way. It depends on how you carry it.
Yeah, well,
How'd you carry it?
I'm not that
guess.
good.
Yeah. You'll get back into it.
Later he called me out in the group chat for like, sorry, I didn't realize that when you were coming up to thank me for the booking that you were actually trying to talk to that girl. I would have backed off, and I'm like, fuck, I'm evil.
No, you're not. You're fine. I mean, dude, it's just like stand up. You got to just start bombing with girls again.
Yeah.
It literally,
Well, I mean, the thing that sucks though is like I had a great set, and in order to do that, it's not sexy. My act.
For you, it's not.
Like, no one is going to be like, who was that guy who talked about guns for 8 minutes and then he said his dick doesn't work?
This is why I don't talk. I'm so not personal at all in my stand-up. And it's because maybe a girl is watching. I know that's an insane way to limit yourself artistically. But
I mean, that is your, that is how you do it, because like remember when that one girl was just talking to you online and the like a Bumble girl or whatever and you just like deleted Coward Hour off your Twitter.
Oh, I do this all the time. Like if I start talking to a bae on social media and she's like, I'll get a read on what she's like, and then I'll just scrub Coward Hour from all of my accounts, which I will not be doing anymore. With the merger.
The powerful merger.
The supreme merger.
Well, now, girls are going to talk to us and they'll find out we have a podcast. We'll be like, yeah, we have a podcast, and it is allied with the most powerful comedy institution in Los Angeles.
Hell yeah, dude. I can't wait to start. I can't wait until we have our own secret socialist society.
Yeah, and then I get to be a swinger and confuse people who enter my home.
Dude, the minute I get money from show business, I'm building a pool in the shape of a pentagram. And I'm going to put red dye in the water.
I'm going to here's my dream. It's like a Volcel orgy. Where it's like a big Hollywood party, it's real fancy. People are like disappearing to different rooms and such. People are being like marked with like different codes to like signify what they're into. You get all the pageantry of that. But then I'm like, hey guys, my parents are actually coming home, so we gotta clear after the party ends.
That's awesome. Did you see, slightly related, did you watch that somebody flew a drone over Epstein's Island?
Fuck yeah.
Did you watch that, dude?
No.
It's cartoonishly evil. Just cartoon. It looks like the trailer for Midsommar. It looks like he watched like every cult movie and was like, all that. I want all that. There's a temple. There's a temple with a door that appears to be painted on. A false door? Why would you need that? It's already an ominous temple.
We got to get Alex Jones on this island.
There's a giant... the drone flies over the middle of the island. Also, there's like a hospital on the island. There's like ambulances, and the theory, like the guy. I mean, it was a pretty crazy guy who I saw like tweeting this shit. But like, there's a theory that's like, is it fully staffed by doctors and nurses? And if so, what are they doing? Like, right? Like, what the fuck?
Everybody's going trans.
I don't know if anybody. I mean, dude, it might be even more than that. People might be going trans, they might be going animal. Who knows what they're doing?
Yeah, they're inventing. Jeffrey Epstein is so rich that he invented a new kind of trans that he likes to fuck.
Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Jeffrey Epstein, he invented like when you Google like translate English to German to Russian to Japanese back to English. He's doing that with genders.
It's like he's got a slideshow full of his favorite pictures from DeviantArt, and there's just like a classroom full of doctors, and he's like, which of these can we make real and when?
Yeah, he's
I
doing
supplied-
like
yeah.
he's doing like Spy Kids 2, where he's just scanning in drawings and out come these horrible monsters that he fucks.
I supply the boys. You take the paycheck, no questions asked. No, but yeah, dude, it's insane. There's a sundial that is like the size of this property, and it has like a pagan sun on it. It's fucking crazy. It's a
You can't be
sundial.
having that.
No, you cannot be having a giant. It's the size of like a roundabout. Like,
In my opinion, that is too much.
yeah. So weird. I really cannot wait for this trial. I don't know. Like, I feel like it should be more televised, right? Like, this should be as big as the fucking OJ thing. Is
Oh,
it
for
gonna
sure.
be on TV?
It should at least be like Cosby, where they like perp walk in past the press every day.
Yeah, dude. I want full access to the Epstein trial.
Dude, we gotta go. I mean, trials are open to the public, right?
No, I don't think
Maybe
so.
not like probably not like big high profile cases.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure most trials you can just go to. 'Cause
go
it's
watch?
Like part of like our rights. It
Honestly,
has to be like a public trial.
ArcLight tickets are like $18. I'm just gonna start going to court and just like hope that it's a
Hell
that
yeah,
it's a
let's just
good
go
one.
to family court. Just watch people lose their kids. It'd be like YouTube. You love the YouTube supercuts of court.
I love YouTube supercuts of people trying to kill the judge. There's nothing funnier. It's so funny. Like when these people get sentenced and they just decide at the last minute, like, well, I'll at least kill the judge before I go to jail. I have favorite judges. I have
Yeah.
there's sassy judges that I love.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but if you manage to take out the judge before they get the cuffs on you,
Yeah, dude.
you're free.
It's like at the end of Mario. If you jump over Bowser and hit the axe, level's done. You get to walk on. You get to just walk through the door and claim the princess. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm so eager to like see where all this leads. I don't mean to go full. I don't want to
No,
go
it's
full
gonna be fucking
pedogate. It's
sick.
going to be fucking insane. The island is crazy. You got to watch the video of the island.
You know what'd be
later.
crazy is like because like you'd think Epstein is like pretty far up the chain. If he flips, then we're just gonna find out that like Cthulhu is above him.
Oh, for sure, dude. We are. Listen, we're about to we're gonna be face to face with lizards this decade, for sure.
100%.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to war with the lizards. Me personally.
Yeah, I've been preparing my. You know what's so funny? I'm loving this shit because everyone. You know, we're in group chats where people say, "Oh, I thought this was the chat where people just, we just accused, people of being the pedophile elite with no basis in reality at all." And now, I'm basking in the fucking glory of the Department of Justice taking Epstein down. So many dominoes are gonna fall.
Man,
I'm excited.
so fucking sick.
It makes.
I'm gonna start practicing smushing geckos just in anticipation of the war. Like when the people in power start taking off their masks and revealing their forked tongues,
Dude, they're
I'm
reptilian.
already gonna have smashed like 8 iguanas.
That might make
I'm
them-
gonna work my way up. I'm gonna start wrestling like Gila monsters and shit.
Are you gonna wrestle a Gila monster?
I'll find one.
Do you know where are Gila monsters, Brendan?
I don't know. I have an in though. I know a guy who's a
You're not supposed to be. You can't be having an in to Gila monsters.
I don't know if I have an in to Gila monsters, but through work I know this dude who's like an animal handler. He's a pet wolf. He brings it into the branch sometimes.
What? Oh, this is a client. I was gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy?
No, he controls animals for movies. Today he pulled up and he's like, "Hey, look out in the car!" And you look out, there's just a peacock in his like passenger seat. Cool guy.
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay.
Yeah. But anyway, he has a pet wolf and he brings it around with him in public and he can make it howl on command.
Ugh. I just don't trust that.
I want one so badly.
Oh, but just get a husky or something.
No, it needs to be a real wolf because you want to know like you got to be real good at dogs to own a wolf. You have to be like so good at dogs.
I've graduated from dogs.
What I want to breed a wolf the size of a horse
For what?
for war. I'm going to be on the wolf. I'm going to have a big hammer.
Nice.
It's going to be sick.
Yeah, it'll be like Golden Axe. That'll be great.
Either that or maybe like a big chain made of fire. Like a flaming chain.
I do love, dude. I love when you get into like old weapons, like weird. I mean, I'm mostly basing this off of like fighting games from the '90s. But my favorite thing is like you got a guy swinging a chain with like a hook on it. You got a guy with a hammer, and then you have a guy who's just like holding a stone pillar that he swings around. You ever seen that like depicted where a guy's just like holding a giant stone cylinder? That's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I want that.
Yeah, you're gonna be the big cylinder guy.
It looks like it's completely useless.
No, I think it would actually be extremely strong.
Definitely. But to even get good at to
What's
get
your
good at
weapon
the
going to be in the
cylinder-
war? I mean, mine's the sword.
Yeah, you definitely got to go sword. I don't know, man. What do I fancy myself? Let me really think. I need to be thinking about this more because it is impending.
Yeah, the war is coming. This is an emergency broadcast.
This is.
This is a recruitment for our socialist army sex cult.
Yeah.
But not like
society.
not like an abusive sex. It's like a mutually respectful, consenting sex cult.
Right.
But it's because you know we're the leaders, so we don't fuck.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the cult fucks each other because they're on the same rank.
Right.
But no one else is on our rank, so we don't fuck anyone.
We only do hands-free orgasm videos on Pornhub.
we only do jack off
Yeah,
instruction.
we do JOIs on Pornhub in our white robes, and then we emerge. You know, yeah. No, if you want to join our sex cult, number one, first things first, drop trash, show the hog, and then demonstrate a bond with an animal. Show us that you have you've trained a dog to its fullest extent.
Yeah, and you know, and then you'll get issued your chain and
Yeah.
hook.
Then you can come in, but don't come through the front door because it's painted on. So come around the back, and don't trip over the sundial.
Do not.
That's what I want. Yeah.
All right, that's about.
All right,
You wanna
boys.
call-
That was it.
Crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth. Fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, lubing up for the self suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just